What's up, all you lovely internet movie fans? It's Austin. We're back at it again to discuss all the world news in terms of movie, TV, and streaming, from sequel announcements to trailers to cornerstones of the DC universe, and just a terrible rebranding of HBO Max to HBO, and now it's back to Max. Let's dive in and discuss everything. I got all the news here, and let's discuss all the topics now. We got a packed show. Cannot wait to dive into everything with everyone. So let's discuss, first of all, dive into the Superman trailer. I absolutely adore this trailer. It's everything that I needed from a first official trailer. There's obviously going to be follow-ups. We had the teaser before this one, but this trailer is everything that I needed to know, and I don't know anything more for this movie. We have Superman. He's got color. There's personality. He's flying around. He looks great. The tone, everything about this movie is great. I love it so much. And there's some interesting news that came out earlier this morning to last night that this trailer in the first 4 days beat the Fantastic Four trailer. I think there is real hype around this movie. People want to see this movie. They want a vibrant, hopeful Superman. That's what they want. Yes, Henry Cavill was great and Snyder was great, but this Superman, James Gunn's official Superman to start to the DC universe, looks great. I cannot wait for this movie. When tickets go on sale, I'm there opening night. But like I said, this trailer was everything I needed from the first official trailer. There's going to be more follow-ups, but it's got Guy Gardner. We got Hawk Girl. We have the Hammer of Baravia, which is fine. We got Lex. Everything, the Fortress, Crypto, and Corn Sweat. He embodies Superman. He embodies that hopefulness. The suit looks great. I cannot wait for this movie. I'm so excited for it. So get ready. This movie is going to come out in July this summer, and it's going to be an absolute banger. I think we have a hit on our hands. And I cannot wait for that. Superman trailer. It was excellent. It's everything I needed. And be excited for this movie. It's going to be peak because I trust in James Gunn. I trust everything you have from Brosnahan, who's going to be Lois, to Corn Sweat, who's Superman, Nicholas Hoult, who's going to be Lex, and everything else in between. This cast is great, and I have full trust in Gunn and this universe. All right, so diving into our next topic now, going off of the Warner Bros. Vein. So at a call with Zaslav at the upfronts, he confirmed that there's going to be 4 official pillars to the DC universe that James Gunn is involved in, and three of the four are kind of like we should have known that from the very beginning. Batman, who we don't have cast yet. I think they have Batman. I think they know who they want to be Batman. And I think this summer, because Superman's going to come out, then it's going to be Comic-Con. And if Warner Brothers is present at Comic-Con, we're going to get Batman casting announcement. And another one of the pillars, Wonder Woman. I think we're going to have a Wonder Woman casting announcement. I don't know that for a fact. Don't take me for that word. But I think with these 4 pillars being named on this call, with the confidence that they have rumored in Superman and in Comic-Con, if they're there, we will get those casting announcements, and it's going to break the internet. I love that too. So I hope we get that. But like I said, the 4 cornerstones have been laid out as Batman, of course, Wonder Woman, of course, the most popular woman character in all of comic books. Superman, of course, they have the full confidence in this movie. The 4th one now, kind of surprising to me, Supergirl. But if you think about it, it should not really be surprising overall, because Supergirl movie is in production. It's filming. It's greenlit. It's coming next year. She's in the Superman movie this summer, I believe, too. I think it's already confirmed, if I'm not mistaken, from even a trailer, perhaps. But that makes total sense. Having these 4 titular characters, I think, is a great foundation for the overall DC universe. And the story that they're doing with Supergirl Woman Up Tomorrow is an exceptional story. So it makes total sense that she's going to be a pillar. She's gritty. She's kind of more brutal, have much more brutality and force in terms of Superman. She's his cousin, obviously. So I think that having these 4 overall characters is very important, and it shows a lot of where this universe is going. And if you can build around these characters, because you have great actors already in Corn Sweat for Superman and Millie Alcott for Supergirl. If you can nail the Batman and Wonder Woman casting announcements too, DC Universe is set up for a very successful run. And like I said, but the movies have to be good to great. Superman has to be good to start off. It doesn't need to make $1 billion. It needs to make somewhere probably between 3, at the bare minimum, 3 to 5. I think it might say overall blows numbers out of proportion, but it has to be good and make that money too, to show that they have confidence in the DC universe. And I truly trust in James Gunn, Safran. Everyone has belief in him, so I trust in them overall. But like I said, these 4 titular characters are very important too. I'm curious to see the stories that they tell too with these characters and what they're going to be leading up to, like the Gods and Monsters saga. But these 4 characters make a total ton of sense. And like I said, I think we may have those casting announcements too with off of this news this summer. But I don't know. Questions up to you guys. Do we get those casting announcements? Where do we think they're going? Who do you want for these characters? But and other Warner Brothers news also, and this is just hilarious news and terrible marketing and rebranding. It was HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO Max, and HBO Max was a great name and it stuck. Then they changed it to Max, just rebranded overall, went with the bright vibrant bluish purple Max. Didn't have a problem with that, but why remove the HBO symbol? That HBO name comes with a prestige, comes with like background and gravitas. And people, when they hear HBO, they think of pristine television, The Wire, Sopranos, all these other shows that are on there, House of the Dragon. Everything they associate HBO with that. And people still call it HBO Max even after it was named to that. So it just makes no sense at all for them to rebrand that to just Max. And we got the news coming out now. They're going to rebrand it back to HBO Max this summer, which smart move overall, but just a dumb, just 2 years of just changing the name. I don't know what they were thinking. Who was in the room and said, I've got it. We're going to break the internet and we're going to have some official rebranding. Max. What were you thinking? Max. Like, what? No. Don't remove that name. It was a dumb decision then. It's smart to add it back now and keep it at HBO Max. Keep the logo in that beautiful black and white color logoing. Now, if you have a remote with all those like Max symbols on it, sorry, and I'm falling that category too. I have a Max like on my remote, so who knows how that's going to work. But HBO Max is what it should have always been. Should never been changed. And Warner Brothers, I don't know what you were thinking, but I'm glad you came to your senses and reversed it back to what it should be. And going forward now, keep it at that. Let's get it going. That's all the Warner Bros. News. And with that down, let's dive into this. One of the core characters of one of the Spider-Verse movies was Spider-Man Noir. And I think a lot of people like this, yet Nic Cage voicing him is a very cool, aesthetically pleasing character that I really like too. So when it was announced that they're making a Spider-Noir movie, I was intrigued by that. And then it's at Amazon. And so we got an official first look now as Nic Cage in Spider Noir. Not Spider-Man Noir, which is very interesting. I'll come back to that in just a second. But Spider Noir, he looks great. The show's going to be able to view in either black and white or in color. I'm going to watch in black and white because it just fits the aesthetic. The character is in the early 1920s. The PI kind of overtones of it. Spider Noir, he looks great. The eyes, when they light up like that, that was so cool to see too. I'm all in for this show. Now, it's interesting that they call it Spider Noir, not Spider-Man Noir. Now, that's probably a rights issue. I also don't think it's going to be a continuation of what we saw in the Spider Universe or in the Spider-Verse movies. I think this is we know it's the multiverse, we know that it exists, so this is probably that character, but not the exact one. This is his universe. He's the only superhero in that universe. It's still like Spider Noir, the aesthetics and look and everything, but I don't think it's the official continuation of that specific character, which is fine. I think that if it's not, it's kind of disappointing that it's not the continuation, but still, this is an interesting character. The look is so amazing, and like I said, I'm a Spider-Man guy. That's my all-time favorite comic book character, number one draft pick. I have a tattoo on my leg of like all the Spider-Man logos in the past, from Toby to Andrew and Tom, but that's besides the point. Spider Noir first look looks amazing. This is a yes from me in terms of watching ability, and Amazon. That's the big key for me. Amazon is trustworthy in their shows and what they put out. Reacher, Fallout, two great shows. And then don't forget Invincible and The Boys. Like, I trust Amazon with their shows. So I'm trusting them with Spider Noir. I think it's going to be a very cool show. The aesthetics, the look, everything I'm here for. Spider Noir has my seal of approval and to watch. And the first look, I mean, Nic Cage as Spider-Man. He looks outstanding. Go check it out now, and that show comes out later this year. Cannot wait for it, and I'm very intrigued by the overall look, the feel, and everything they're going for. I'm a sucker for the PI kind of overtone black and white movies and shows like that. I love it. Now, with that down, let's dive into this next. We're going to rattle through a couple of things very quickly now because they're kind of smaller notes. Don't really need some main topic energy for this, but Ironheart trailer. This is a show I didn't know what to expect when I heard about it. This is now years in the making too. It's been in production and development for a long time now. It's actually been finished for years. They first showed this first look to people back in 23, I think 22, 23, one of those 2 years, but still, that's crazy that they've known about it and it's been done for that long now, but we got the official trailer. It looks cool. I'm here for it. I'm here to watch it now too. I necessarily wasn't excited for this, but I'm gonna go into it with an open mind, give it a look. I'm intrigued by the character and the hood, and if we get Mephisto, so that's a cool back for me. I'm not gonna go in with like these overarching like it has to be this or this. I'm just going with an open mind. It's short, so excited for it to see what they do. Ironheart not a pretty interesting character to me, but the Iron Manification of the MCU in terms of suits kind of bugs me down. But this looks cool, so I'll give it an open mind and give it a shot. We also got it confirmed. Jessica Jones will be in season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Great casting. Love it. It's cool to bring her back. I'm interested to see what they do with her. And Daredevil season 2, I think we have a hit on our hands with the first season, especially with the guys who did episodes 1, 8, and 9. So this show has positivity and very interested to see how she fits in and what they do with season 2.